Bad, sick people.
That was your coup, against you.
Well, it started right at the
like
beginning.
when Millie's talking about, you were going to try to do a coup. No, they were trying to do that before you even were sworn in.
That's right.
Trying to overthrow your election.
Well, with Millie, let me see that. I'll show you an example. He said that I wanted to attack Iran. Isn't it amazing? I have a big pile of papers. This thing just came up. Look. This was him. They presented me this. This is off the record, but they presented me this. This was him. This was the Defense Department and him.
Wow.
We looked at some. This was him. This wasn't done by me. This was him. All sorts of stuff. It's pages long. Look. Wait a minute. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I just found, isn't that amazing? This totally wins my case,
Mm-hmm.
Except it is like highly confidential, secret. This is secret information. But look at this. You attack, and
Hillary would print that out all the time,
she'd send it. No, she'd send it to Anthony Weiner,
Yeah.
the pervert.
Please print.
By the way, isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
I was just saying because we were talking about it, and he said he wanted to attack Iran and what. These are the papers. This was done by the military, given to me. I think we can probably, right?
I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to try to
Declassify.
figure out
See, as president, I could have declassified it. Now I can't, but this is classified.
Now we have a problem.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, it's so. Look, here and I have. And you probably almost didn't believe me, but now you believe me.
No, I believe
It's
you.
incredible, right?
No,
Hey, bring some Cokes in, please.
So that was the audio tape of President Trump from a conversation he had with staff back in 2021 after he left office. It's being used by the Immaculate Justice Department to prosecute Trump. Now, keep in mind, this is the revered Justice Department, Merrick Garland's impeccable, beyond reproach Justice Department, the integrity of which Garland reprimanded anyone who had the goal to question as a threat to democracy. Yeah, that Justice Department, they just illegally leaked that audio tape to CNN, who subsequently and gleefully played it for their rapidly dwindling audience. Now, for whatever reason, the left-wing activists disguised as journalists over at CNN think this is a smoking gun. That there they've got Trump admitting he shared secret classified information with people, omitting, of course, the fact that this is the one man on the planet that had the right to declassify anything he wanted. Now, his comment there about Hillary is just priceless, right? That she wouldn't just illegally store classified material on her laptop, but that she would end up sending that classified material to Anthony Weiner, the pervert. The pervert. I mean, that's just too good. But it's priceless because it exposes for all to see, or better hear, just how ridiculously selective this whole debacle is. Here you've got Hillary Clinton caught red-handed illegally stashing classified material on her own personal laptop. She was caught red-handed, and the FBI and the Justice Department did nothing. In fact, when the now disgraced former FBI Director James Comey announced that he was not going to indict Hillary Clinton, not only did Comey contradict a number of Clinton's claims, he laid out a case of gross negligence and extreme carelessness that would have landed any one of us, any single citizen in this nation, in prison. But of course not Hillary. And in order to cover up for Hillary, Comey actually he invented a new standard, a standard fabricated just for Hillary, which he called malicious or criminal intent, as a way of absolving Clinton from indictment. In other words, you can be grossly negligent, you can even lie about that negligence, but if you didn't really mean it, then that's cool. It's okay. It's not cool for you or me, but it's perfectly fine for the likes of Hillary. So the Trump tapes are brilliant here because his Hillary comment highlights just how selective this case really is. You've got blatant violations of the very standards that are purportedly being defended here, wherein the violators go scot-free, but not when it comes to Orange Man Bad. No way. No. That's where the Justice Department faithfully defends true justice in the American way. I mean, it's so patently absurd. But what makes it even more absurd is when you take the cases of Hillary and Joe Biden stashing classified documents, in his case, in his garage, what makes this all more patently absurd is that these people were not even the president of the United States when they did this. Again, this is simply beyond insane. As we've noted time and time again on this channel, the one person who has the full and ultimate executive authority to declassify anything he wants is being accused of a crime he legally can't commit. All the while the perpetrators, who have no such power and who most certainly can and did commit such crimes, are being completely let off. So what we're seeing here is nothing less than the three-lettered deep state agencies with the communicative cover of the three-lettered media like CNN, attempting to convince as many people as they can that the duly elected president of the United States is simply not allowed to share classified information with anyone without the deep state's permission. They are the ones who ultimately classify or declassify, not a duly elected commander-in-chief. We now have a government, a secret, unelected, permanent government, that claims it can tell the president what he can or cannot share. And CNN is cool with that. CNN is actively participating in this scheme. That this sets the precedent that if you're the president and you share information that we, the unelected deep state bureaucrats, didn't give you permission to share, we get to send you to prison. If you, the supposed commander-in-chief, share information that we in the deep state did not give you permission to share, you will go to prison. That is what CNN is calling a functioning democracy. I mean, it really all comes down to this. Does the president control the deep state, or does the deep state control the president? Gang, before you do anything else, you have got to click on that link below and try an amazing American-made product that's sweeping the nation. You may have seen their ads during recent strings of Trump rallies. They're getting rave reviews on Truth Social. It's an amazing South Dakota company called Old Country Soap. They use traditional Amish techniques and locally sourced ingredients to make the best natural soaps out there. Gang, every bar of Old Country Soap includes pure and unfiltered bentonite clay, which works wonders for dry and sensitive skins. Absolutely amazing. Gang, the scent alone is going to absolutely blow you away. I love it. And if you act fast, they have a special offer. Click on that link below right now and get 20% off your purchase if you use my promo code Turley. That's right, 20% off. These soaps will make an amazing gift for your loved ones, for the patriots in your life, but make sure to get them before they run out. Click on that link below or visit oldcountrysoap.com and get 20% off with promo code Turley. Your loved ones will love you for it. So what is this all ultimately about? I mean, when all is said and done, this federal indictment really is exactly what President Trump has called it. It's a witch hunt deliberately designed to interfere in the 2024 election. I mean, once again, for the third election in a row, you have deep state forces that are deliberately attempting to thwart the democratic integrity of a presidential election. That's exactly what President Trump said. He took to Truth Social and wrote this after CNN aired the audio tape, quote, "The deranged special prosecutor Jack Smith, working in conjunction with the DOJ and FBI, illegally leaked and spun a tape and transcript of me, which is actually an exoneration rather than what they would have you believe. This continuing witch hunt is another election interference scam. They are cheaters and thugs," and that about sums it all up. The deep state is doing everything they possibly can to try once again to thwart a possible Trump presidency. And they're doing this precisely because Trump, more than anyone else, perhaps outside of President Putin and President Xi, Trump is deliberately trying to dismantle the liberal international order, the very unipolar world order that puts the deep state at the center of the universe. I mean, John Mearsheimer, the University of Chicago, characterized Trump's 2016 campaign as basically a war against the liberal international order. And according to Tucker Carlson, it's precisely because of that Trump is being targeted. Actually, you could argue that Tucker was on that list of targets as well. This de facto globalist system, comprised of U.S. governed institutions such as the WTO and the IMF, along with U.S. military might used to defend it, is the means by which unelected bureaucrats in permanent Washington basically rule the world. And Trump made it clear that that system, being inherently globalist, compromised the national sovereignty of the United States, and it needed to be brought to an end. And the deep state has done everything they could in their power to make sure that Trump's plans to dismantle that world order never come to pass. That's ultimately what this is all about. That's ultimately what 2024 is all about. It's the deep state versus Trump, permanent Washington versus the people, which means it's time for all of us to step up and make this happen. Hey gang, I know what it's like to feel alone out there in these turbulent times, but I broke free. If you too have been looking for a community with like-minded patriots who are serious about resisting globalism, building a parallel economy, and having intelligent and deep fellowship on a regular basis, then you've come to the right place. In my Courageous Patriot Insiders community, we're building a close-knit movement of, by, and for patriots who are breaking free from the outrage and despair cycles of the mainstream media and taking on the fight against globalism. Every week, I deep dive into the content I can't share on big tech and give you the cliff notes on the truth of how patriots just like you are building up their communities, starting patriot businesses, and fighting the woke in both public and private. All with a few history and political lessons from yours truly, of course. If you want to stop feeling alone as a patriot and stand together with this fast-growing community, be sure to click on the link in the description below. Don't wait. Join me and my Patriot Coalition today, and let's get fighting.